Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Oh, wait, wait, wait. And today we're learning about the history of the United Kingdom. The history of the United Kingdom begins in 1707 with the Treaty of Union and Acts of Union. The core of the United Kingdom as a unified state came to being with the political union of the kingdoms of England and Scotland into a new unitary state called Great Britain. Of this state, the what the hell is the historian Simon Satchma said? What began a hostile merger would end up in a full partnership in the most powerful government concern in the world. It was one of the most astonishing transformations in the European history. The Acts of the Union in 1800 added the Kingdom of Ireland to create the Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. The first decades were marked by Jacob Rising, which ended with defeat for the Stuart cause at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. In 1763, in the 7 Years' War led to a growth of the First British Empire, with defeated by the United States, France, and Spain in the War of American Independence. Great Britain lost its 13 American colonies and rebuilt a second British empire based in Asia and Africa. As a result, British culture and its technological, political, constitutional, and Englistic influence became worldwide. Particularly, the central event was the French Revolution and its Napoleonic aftermath from 1793 to 1850, which British elite saw as a profound threat and worked energetically to form multiple nations that finally defeated Napoleon in 1815. The Tories who aimed to power in the 1783 remained in power with a short interruption until 1830. Forces of reform often emanating from the evangelical religious elements opened decades of political reform that the broadened the ballot and opened the economy to free trade. Outstanding political leaders of the 19th century included Paul Storm, Disraeli, Gladstone, and Strawberry. Culturally, the Victorian era was a time of prosperity and domination, middle-class virtues, when Britain dominated the world economy. and maintained a generally peaceful century from 1815 to 1914. The First World War, with Britain in alliance with France, Russia, and the United States, is a furious ultimately be a successful war, while with Germany, the resulting League the, of Nations was a favorite project in interwar Britain. However, the empire remained strong, as did the London financial markets. The British industrial base began to slip behind Germany, and especially the United States. Its settlements for peace were so strong that the nation supported experiments of Hitler's Germany in the late 1930s until the invasion of Poland in 1939 and started the Second World War. In the Second World War, the Soviet Union and the US joined the UK as the main Allied powers. Britain was no longer a military or economic superpower, as succeeded the Suez Crisis of 1956. Britain no longer had the wealth to maintain an empire, so it granted independence to almost all its possessions. The new states typically joined the Commonwealth of Nations. The post-war years saw great hardship, elevated somewhat by large-scale financial aid from the United States and some from Canada. Prosperity returned in the 1950s. Meanwhile, from 1945 to 1950, the Labour Party built a welfare state nationalised by many industries and created the National Health Service. The UK took a strong stand against the communist expansion after 1945, playing a major role in the Cold War and the formation of NATO as an anti-military alliance with West Germany, France, and the United States, Italy, Canada, and smaller countries. NATO remained a powerful military constellation. The UK has been leading member of the United Nations since its founding, as well as numerous other international organizations in the 1990s. I don't damn care about that. In the 1990s, the revolution led to a privatization of nationalized industries and significant regulations of business affairs. London's status as a world financial hub grew constantly since the 1990s. Large-scale devaluation movements in the Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales have decolonized particular decisions making. Britain has moved back and forth on its economic relationships with Western Europe Enjoy the European economic community in 1973, thereby weakening economic ties with its Commonwealth. However, the pretext referendum in 2016 committed the UK to leave the European Union, which it did in 2020. In 1926, 26 countries of Ireland succeeded to become the Irish Free State. A day later, Northern Ireland succeeded from the Free State and returned to the United Kingdom in 1927. The United Kingdom changed its formal title to the United Kingdom of Britain and Northern Ireland, usually shortened to Britain after 1945, to the United Kingdom or UK. Part 2 is going to be the 18th century, so like and subscribe so I can do part 2.